So let's discuss Social Security at this point. Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, staring at two piles of paper. One pile is your debt statements. The other pile is your brokerage account statements. And somewhere between those two piles is the retirement you actually want. The question isn't whether you can get there. The question is whether you have a specific, actionable roadmap to make it happen before Social Security even enters the picture. Today, we are building that roadmap together, step by step. If you're done or nearly done paying down debt and starting to get your investment engine running on full speed, you're ahead of most people. But ahead is not the same as optimized. So let's recap some basics and get that fixed up right now. Step 1 is understanding where you actually stand today. Before you make a single strategic decision, you need a complete financial snapshot. That means listing every debt you carry, the balance, the interest rate, the minimum payment, and the payoff timeline. It also means pulling up every investment account you own, your brokerage accounts, your IRA, your Roth IRA, your 401k, and looking at the current value, the expected growth rate, and what you are contributing monthly. Write all of this down. This is your financial baseline, and you can't navigate to a destination if you don't know your starting point. Step 2 is applying the debt waterfall strategy. Not all debt is created equal when it comes to your path to early retirement. High-interest consumer debt, anything above 7 or 8%, is an emergency. Every dollar sitting in that debt is costing you more than your investments are likely generating on a risk-adjusted basis. Tackle those aggressively while keeping minimum payments on everything else. Once the high-interest debt is gone, reassess. Lower interest debt, like a mortgage at 3 or 4%, may actually make more mathematical sense to carry, while redirecting extra cash into investments that historically outperform that interest rate over long periods. The key insight here is that eliminating debt is a guaranteed return equal to the interest rate. Investing is a probable return. Your job is to balance these two forces intelligently, based on the actual numbers in your situation. Step 3 is building your dividend income engine. If early retirement is your goal, you need income that flows without you working, and dividends are one of the most powerful tools available. Start by calculating your monthly living expenses in retirement. Be honest and be thorough. Include healthcare, housing, food, travel, entertainment, and a buffer for surprises. Now, work backwards. If your expenses are $4,000 per month, you need $48,000 per year in passive income. A portfolio yielding 3% annually would require approximately $1.6 million. A portfolio yielding 8% would require about $600,000. That second one is not as scary if you start now and stay consistent. Reinvest every dividend you receive right now. Most brokerages have a setting to turn on reinvestment automatically. It is the compounding engine that turns small positions into substantial income streams over time. Step 4 is maximizing your tax-advantaged accounts before anything else. This is the single most overlooked action item among people who are trying to retire early. Every dollar you put into a traditional 401k or traditional IRA reduces your taxable income today. Every dollar you put into a Roth IRA or Roth 401k grows completely tax-free and can be withdrawn tax-free in retirement. For 2026, the contribution limit for a 401k is $23,500 if you are under 50. If you're 50 or older, you can contribute an additional $7,500 as a catch-up contribution. For IRAs, the limit is $7,000 with an additional $1,000 in catch-up if you are 50 or older. If your employer offers any matching on your 401k contributions, that match is literally free money, and not capturing it in full is leaving retirement savings on the table. Prioritize the full match first, then attack high-interest debt, then max out a Roth IRA, then return to maxing the 401k. Step 5 is structuring your taxable brokerage account for early retirement flexibility. Here's something most people don't realize. If you want to retire before you can access your retirement accounts without penalty, which is generally age 59 and a half, your taxable brokerage account becomes your bridge. This is where dividend income and strategic growth investments live that you can access at any age. Focus on building this account with a combination of dividend-paying stocks and index funds that provide both income and growth. The goal is to have enough income flowing from this account to cover your living expenses from the day you retire until you're ready to begin drawing from retirement accounts and eventually Social Security. Step 6 is doing the Social Security math long before you file. Here is where most people make their most expensive mistake. They treat Social Security as something to figure out when they get there. Instead, treat it as a strategic lever you can pull at the right moment based on your overall financial picture. You become eligible to claim Social Security retirement benefits at age 62, but claiming at 62 comes with a permanent reduction of up to 30% if your full retirement age is 67. Every year you delay claiming, that reduction shrinks. Once you hit full retirement age, you receive your full calculated benefit. And if you delay past full retirement age, your benefit grows by 8% per year up until age 70. That is a guaranteed 8% annual return, which is exceptionally powerful in a low-risk context. The critical insight here is this. If you've built strong dividend income and a robust investment portfolio, you may be able to retire early and simply not claim Social Security right away. Let your portfolio support your lifestyle in your early retirement years, while your Social Security benefit continues growing. This approach can dramatically increase your lifetime Social Security income while also preserving your investment portfolio better, because you're drawing it down more slowly. Step 7 is calculating your personal break-even age. Pull up a Social Security benefits estimator. The Social Security Administration website has one. Enter your earnings history and look at 3 numbers: your benefit at 62, your benefit at your full retirement age, and your benefit at 70. Then do this simple exercise. Multiply the annual difference between filing at 62 versus waiting by the number of years until your break-even point. For most people, that break-even falls somewhere between 77 and 79 years old. If your family history and current health suggest you are likely to live into your mid-80s or beyond, delaying Social Security is almost always the winning financial strategy. If your health picture is more uncertain, the calculus shifts. This is a personal calculation, and it deserves serious attention. Step 8 is understanding what does and does not count against the Social Security earnings limit before full retirement age. This matters deeply if you plan to retire early but want to work part-time. For 2026, if you claim Social Security before your full retirement age and continue earning income from work, the Social Security Administration will withhold $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn above $24,480. However, and this is enormous, investment income does not count toward this limit. Dividends, interest income, IRA distributions, capital gains, pension income, and annuity payments are all excluded from the earnings test. This means that if your early retirement income comes from your investment portfolio rather than a paycheck, you can claim Social Security early without triggering any earnings penalties. This is a major strategic advantage for people who have built the dividend income engine we discussed in Step 3. Step 9 is building a 12-month pre-retirement financial checklist. At least 1 year before you stop working, do all of the following. Eliminate any remaining high-interest debt completely. Confirm your projected monthly dividend and investment income covers your baseline expenses. Understand your healthcare plan, because Medicare does not start until 65, and private insurance before then can be a significant expense. Get a Social Security statement and verify your earnings history is accurate, because errors do happen. Model out at least 3 different Social Security claiming scenarios using actual numbers. Create a written withdrawal strategy for which accounts you will draw from and in what order to minimize taxes. Establish a cash reserve of at least 12 months of living expenses, so you are not forced to sell investments during a market downturn in your early retirement years. Step 10 is treating risk as a real threat and planning for it. One of the biggest dangers to early retirement is experiencing a significant market downturn in the first few years after you stop working. If you are drawing from your portfolio during a down market, you sell more shares at lower prices to meet your expenses, which permanently reduces your portfolio's ability to recover. The defense against this is that cash reserve we mentioned, combined with a dividend-focused investment strategy, because dividend income tends to remain more stable even during market volatility. Your dividends can cover living expenses without forcing asset sales. Here is the bottom line. The path to early retirement is not mysterious, it is methodical. Pay down high-interest debt aggressively. Build a dividend income portfolio inside both tax-advantaged and taxable accounts. Maximize employer matches and Roth contributions. Model your Social Security claiming strategy years in advance so you can time it to maximize lifetime income. Structure your investment income specifically to avoid the Social Security earnings test if you want to claim early. And build the financial bridge that carries you comfortably from your last day of work to the day your full financial picture clicks into place. The people who retire early are not the ones who got lucky. They are the ones who built the plan early enough to let it work. Start today. Your future self is waiting. I hope you got a ton of value out of this video, and if you did, please watch my Comprehensive Guides of Financial Freedom Starting from Nothing video, which you can click on right here. Also, please consider liking and subscribing, and drop your own thoughts and ideas in the comments. My name is Flint, and I will see you in the next video.